MotorWeek 91, television's automotive magazine, is made possible by the financial support of public television viewers like you. Your host from MotorWeek 91, John Davis.
Well, hello and welcome again to MotorWeek 91. We're glad to have you with us. In an auto industry packed with flashy sports cars and big-buck luxury sedans, there will always be the workhorses. These are the cars that don't offer a glamorous image or light-speed acceleration. What they do offer is reasonable economy and day-to-day reliability. The Nissan Sentra has always been one of those cars. You'd hardly call it beautiful or a performer. Yet hundreds of thousands of these basic little subcompacts have been getting a lot of people to work every day for a lot of years. But that's not enough for an ambitious company like Nissan. So it's introduced a new Sentra. And right from the start, it's obvious that the 91 Sentra is more than a basic workhorse. One look tells you that this new Sentra is no common econobox. The new sheet metal bears a striking resemblance to its larger sibling, the Stanza. And along with its smooth new Nissan family look, a new chassis. The previous car's 95.7-inch wheelbase is retained, but overall length, width, and height are all increased, as is the price. A basic two-door Sentra will now cost you $7,999. From there, base prices rise to a high of $12,050 for our top-of-the-line GXE four-door test car. The Sentra hatchback and wagon are no more. Of course, this new car gives you a lot more for your money than the old Sentra ever did, starting with more horsepower. The standard engine displaces the same 1.6 liters as last year, but now boasts dual overhead cams, 16 valves, multi-point injection, and a 20 horsepower increase for a total of 110. That's more than any of the Sentra's competitors offer. Torque is also up to 108 pound-feet. If all this isn't enough for you, the two-door SER model is available with a 2-liter, 140 horsepower engine. Most drivers should be quite happy with 110, however. Our automatic equipped test car ran some very respectable acceleration times. 0 to 60 took 11.1 seconds, while our best quarter-mile run was 18.3 seconds at 75 miles per hour. The 4-speed automatic transmission produced rather lazy starts, but power comes up quickly, becoming strongest between 3,500 and 5,200 RPMs. Top 5,800 RPMs, however, and the engine produces a rather harsh vibration. Of course, we don't expect cars equipped with this smooth shifting automatic to normally be worked that hard. All Sentra models offer the optional 4-speed automatic except the base car, which offers a 3-speed. The 4-wheel independent suspension is surprisingly soft for such a small car, producing an extremely comfortable ride. But that ride comfort also means lots of body roll and front plow in corners. The Sentra quickly hits the limits of its suspension travel. Heavy tire scrub makes the car respond slowly when pushed hard. The slow power steering and 13-inch tires on our car conspire to limit road feel. Both the power steering pump and tires are easily overpowered by hard maneuvers. Emergency maneuvers demand lots of recovery room due to the slow steering response. Front plow is even heavier here. But while slow, the car responds smoothly, so that there isn't any of the hair-raising drama experienced in many small cars. But the track doesn't tell the whole story. Out on the street, the Sentra's responses, while still a little slow, are quite good for daily driving. And the excellent ride more than makes up for the slight handling deficiencies, as does the Sentra's fuel economy. The GXE manual is EPA rated at 29 city, 39 highway. We got a fine 33 miles per gallon with our GXE automatic on our mixed test loop. The Sentra's brakes are disc in front, drums in the rear, and in our GXE optional ABS. That's right, ABS on a Sentra. It stops the car from 60 and a good distance of 126 feet. Stability is excellent, with the Sentra feeling like a much larger car. The brand new brakes were a bit soft, but got firmer as they heated up. Inside our Sentra GXE is an interior that owners of earlier Sentras won't recognize as being from the same model. It's quite plush, with a high level of material quality. And there's a long list of standard features, including air conditioning, a cassette stereo, and a full complement of power accessories. The dash is also very well laid out, taking its design cues from bigger Nissans like the Stanza and Maxima. The GXE's gauges are basic, but sufficient for this type of car. The large analog dials are easy to read. Front seat room is generous, and the tastefully covered cloth buckets offer more support than most subcompact seats. The manual adjustments are still basic, but combined with the standard tilt wheel to offer a comfortable driving position. Nissan designers wisely located the stereo with its large, clearly marked controls up higher in the dash where it's easy to see while driving. We hope that it's the beginning of a trend. The heat and ventilation controls, while placed in a lower position, are still easy to reach and very efficient. Unfortunately, the same cannot be said of the rear seat. The new Sentra has 3 cubic feet less interior volume than last year's model, and most of it appears to have been subtracted from the rear seat room. Adults will find this space to be short on both head and leg room. A split folding seat back is standard here. Trunk room, however, is still good. Lift over is low despite a tight opening, and the trunk will easily swallow an average size luggage load. In our safety check, the new Sentra passes with its optional anti-lock brakes and rear shoulder belts, but lacks airbags. The Honda Civic EX sedan doesn't have airbags either, but it costs a bit less and will easily outhandle the Sentra GXE on twisty roads. The GXE retaliates with a better ride, more standard equipment, and optional ABS. The Ford Escort LX costs a lot less. As a result, it doesn't offer the Sentra GXE standard features or optional ABS, but it does offer more luggage space and a bigger rear seat. Our list of hits for the 1991 Nissan Sentra starts with the excellent ride. We're also impressed with the fine gas mileage, generous power output, optional ABS, and comfortable, efficient interior. Misses include the Sentra's soft feel in corners. We also don't care for the slow power steering, nor the engine's harsh, high RPM vibration, and the rear seat is too tight for most adults. But this top-line Nissan Sentra GXE, with its tons of features and anti-lock brakes, is unique among subcompacts in general. Its soft mini Cadillac feel also separates it from its less expensive namesakes, making it the closest thing to a luxury economy car yet seen. And that is something that we doubt any Sentra fan ever expected to see. The Federal